Testing. Can you hear me now? All right, let's get started, guys. Sorry about the late start. We had a bit of an issue with the headset. All right, Chinese and European PMI once again supported an advance in global equities after both regions showed positive growth in the manufacturing sectors. And stocks in Asia are resuming weekly gains on Japanese yen weakness, with exporters in Japan leading the region higher. Not much corporate action today. We've just got Discovery. They're expecting headline earnings per share of 5 Rand, which was guidance and estimated was 5 Rand. The asterisk there is basically just saying that normal headline earnings per share are up 20% to 5 Rand, which was previously expected was 4 Rand 17. But the regular headline earnings per share was actually down 5% to 3 Rand 64. So we just remember when you see that number come out, normal headline earnings per share is up 20% to 5 Rand, and a regular headline earnings per share down 5% to 3 Rand 64. Revenue expected at 21.39 billion, and dividends per share at 70 cents. All right, so key factors to watch today. Out of Australia, we had the RBA cash rate target came in line. Unemployment out of Spain. OECD publishes economic assessment for G7 and China. Out of SA today at 11:30 we have the SACI business conference. At 12 o'clock BER business conference, and then out of the States later 4 o'clock construction spending and ISM manufacturing. Alright, that's all. So let's have a look at a few charts. Okay, let's start on the Aussie. I've got the 30-minute up here. So just when we thought the Aussie was about to break down, we had that massive bounce yesterday. And I see we up, if we look at this green candle here, we up this morning right at 38,400. So we've formed a broadening wedge here after the move up. So pretty much the whole afternoon we traded sideways. If we get a move up out of this broadening wedge, which we have done, and we sort of hold, I would say 38,360 on a when the market opens, I think we could quite easily push higher, and I think the big inflection points here are around 38,550. You can see how many times the market has actually touched that level and reversed. So we're going to watch 38,550. I think that'll be the key level today. All right, let's have a look at some of the industrials that have been trading pretty well. I'm going to go back to a daily chart here. We can have a look at Barlow's. Barlow's ran into heavy resistance here at 88 bucks, and yesterday it made a big move through. It's closed above 90 Rand. I would say that this is a pretty good breakout, and I'd say your first target is probably the height of this channel from 81.50 to 88, which I think will project it up to around 95, 96 Rand in the short term, obviously providing that the market holds reasonably steady. And if we have a quick look at some of the other stocks in that sector, Bidvest also broke out. We actually missed this one. We should have shown it when it actually broke out. But I would say it's 3 days into its breakout. Also, based on this breakout, I would say there's a much higher target. Previous highs are at 264. We're currently at 257. I would imagine that would be quite attainable in the short term. If you have a look at Imperial, Imperial has a very similar chart as you can see from the other two. It broke out. It came back to test the breakout point, and yesterday had a nice reversal right off that level. So also we're looking, I would say, we're looking for previous highs around 226 was quite attainable. I think in this market we need to look to take short-term profits. Playing these longer-term breakouts have been difficult just due to the choppy action on the Aussie in general. So if you are involved, look to take a little bit off the table as the stock moves higher. A lot of guys from the desk have been asking me about MTN. Where you think we should be buying us. It's a difficult one to say because just watching the trade action, there's been such a massive seller out there. Yesterday, right from minute one, the seller started and didn't let up until the market closed. And generally, when the guys come in that aggressively, it means they're going to be around for at least another week or two, or at least until the end of the week. So I wouldn't rush in, but I would start looking for strength on MTN from current levels, or possibly around 175, 176 level. Those would actually be, I would say, pretty good levels. As we've said in the past, MTN is a stock that we want to start buying on pullbacks, for the medium term move. Discovery out this morning. We're going to be watching these levels closely. If I just want to jump into a 10-minute chart quickly, so we can see the action over the last few days. We had that bounce off the lows at around 80 and 80.50. We want to watch yesterday's previous high was at 86, but spent a lot of time around the sort of consolidating around this 85.30 level. I think if we can get a move intraday after those results above that level, and it holds above that level, I think we can start looking to accumulate for a move, back up a little bit higher, possibly close to $90, at least 88 around there, and then for the downside, if they don't like those results, 83.60, 83.50 around there, if it holds below there, then I think we could get a move down to test the low again. All right, let's have a look at Steinhoff. Steinhoff's another one that's been consolidating in a sideways range since, was it a trading statement they released? Yeah, since the trading statement. So let's look at this level on an intraday basis. This is around 29.50, 29.60, and on the downside we're looking at probably just below where we closed, around sort of 29 rand. So I would say we're looking based on the positive reaction out of the trading statement, we're looking for a move to the upside. There's been a big seller around those levels, at 29.60 level. There's been a lot of reloading over there. If we get a move above there and it holds above there, I would look for the next move into the 30s. And the last one I wanted to show was SA Breweries. We showed this one last week. Okay, I'm going to go to a daily chart again. All right, so SA Breweries formed this flag pattern and broke out. It's come back to test that breakout level, and yesterday reversed off that level and the 20-day moving average, which is pretty bullish for SA Breweries. As we said before, the target is probably into the 540s, and obviously a very solid stock, and one that benefits out of a weaker rand, so possibly a good one to watch. As I said before, if we look at the SA Breweries in London, a different picture, not quite as bullish, so caution is advised, especially if we get a little bit of weakness in the market. And that's all for today, guys. Good luck.